Okay, so in this video here, we're being asked to find the slope of the equation. So all of the equations that we're dealing with in this video here are going to be linear, okay? So in order to find the slope of a line, you must first put it in slope-intercept form, and that is going to be y is equal to mx plus b. So the part that we're really concerned about is right here, m, okay? I really don't care about anything else in this video here because all they're asking for is to find the slope, okay? So for example, B is representing your y-intercept, but again, they're not asking for that, so I really don't care about that part. But we do have to put it in this template here where we have y equals mx plus b, and to do that, all you have to do is solve for y, and when you do that, naturally, it is going to go into this format right here, y equals mx plus b, right? Slope-intercept form. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first example here, and you can see that I need to isolate y right here. So I have to move over this 2x. Meaning I have to subtract, right? So I'm going to minus 2x on both sides, okay? And then this will cancel out here. I bring down 5y equal to, now 5 minus 2x, I can't do it, right? Those are not like terms. So I'm going to rewrite them as negative 2x and positive 5, okay? And then from here, you want to solve for y. So I have to divide. It's multiplication here. So I'm going to divide by 5. And at this point here, I can stop. Even though I should be dividing this term by 5 as well, I don't care because again, this part right here will be my y-intercept. It's going to be 1. But again, they're only looking for the slope. So right now I can see that right here. Here's my slope, right? My slope is going to be negative 2 over 5. So m is equal to negative 2 over 5. And then we're done. Okay, that one's done. Doing this one here, again, we have to solve for y. Meaning I have to minus 4x on both sides, okay? So this will cancel. I get negative 9y is equal to negative 4 minus 4x. Now this one I rewrote a little bit differently. Notice how I put the x term on the end. That's fine, but you have to know that this part right here is going to be your slope, okay? And this part right here will be your y-intercept. Okay, so for example, I'm going to divide everything now by negative 9. So dividing everything by negative 9. What happens? Well, this will cancel. Again, this part right here I don't care about. That is my y-intercept. But this part I do care about. I have negative 4 over negative 9. And again, it is x on the outside. But we're looking at negative 4 over negative 9. That's positive, right? So m is equal to positive 4 all over 9. We do not need to include x when we write the slope. So don't worry about writing x here. Just write what you have there, and it's going to be 4 over 9, okay? All right, let's go ahead and try 2 more examples. Okay, so here's my next example, and an easy way to do this one here whenever you're dealing with a fraction, if you don't want to deal with that fraction, just multiply everything by the denominator, okay? You don't have to, but I think I'm going to do that here. So I have 5 over 3x, and instead of dealing with, again, this fraction here, if I just multiply everything by 3, I can get rid of that fraction. So for example, I'm going to multiply here by 3, and that will cancel out my denominator. That's what I want. But that means I have to multiply everything by 3, okay, to balance out that equation. So that will leave me with 5x, and then plus 6y, and then equal to 15, okay? From here, I'm going to move over the 5x. So that will give me 6y equal to negative 5x, and then plus 15. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to divide everything by 6. So divide everything by 6. And again, the part that we're looking at is going to be right here. This is the part we care about. So I get negative 5 over 6 for my slope. So m is equal to negative 5 all over 6. Okay, so again, that's a little trick you can use. If you're multiplying by a fraction, simply multiply by that denominator and it will get rid of it. Just make sure you are balancing out the equation and you're doing it to all of your terms, right? That way your equation remains balanced. Now, let's look at our last problem here. Again, you have 2 fractions here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to multiply everything by 7. And this one will work out nice because this fraction here and this fraction here both have a denominator of 7. So when I multiply by 7, it's going to essentially cancel it out on both of them. So for example, multiply here by 7, and it will cancel out. Also here, same thing, it will cancel out. And then finally right here, we have to do 7 times 3, we're going to get 21. So rewriting the equation, you get 2x and then minus 5y equal to 21. So again, we're solving for y here. So now I have to move this positive 2x over. That will give me negative 5y equal to negative 2x plus 21. And then finally, divide everything by negative 5. Okay? So all of your terms by negative 5, we're going to divide. This will cancel. So again, I care about this part right here. I'm dividing two negatives. It will become positive. I get m is equal to 2 all over 5. And then we're done. Okay? So that is it. That is how you can find the slope of a line when it's not written in slope-intercept form. So again, all of the examples that I gave you here were in standard form. Standard form is when you have both variables on one side equal to the constant. So again, all of the equations in this video here were in standard form, meaning you were not able to identify what the slope was going to be without first rearranging it into slope-intercept form. So I hope that you found the video helpful. I hope that you gained something from it. If this video did in fact help you, if you could just go ahead and give it a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you subscribe. That way you get more math videos in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.